good morning. We are here along Gong Road at Space Creative, and like we promised you at the beginning of the show, today on Lifestyle we'll be taking a look at body art. It's what you've just seen on your screens. We'll get to see the process behind it and the talent that it takes. All right, so right now we're gonna go and talk to one of the makeup artists. She'll take us through, first of all, one of the most important, most crucial aspects of this, and it's the makeup. Good morning. Please introduce yourselves to Kenya.
My name is Mukeira Oyaro. I am a makeup artist based in Nairobi.
And this is your model. What's your name?
My name is Masi Mila.
Masi, you look gorgeous actually. The makeup is really good. All right, so tell me what inspired this specific look.
This specific look, it's African, Wakanda. So the create something different that is not usual, something out of this world.
Let me come this side so that way you get to talk as you work, right? All right, so Wakanda is what inspired.
Yeah, like that was the idea. You see, the movie. Yeah, so we were trying to create something close to it, but not the same, something different out of this world.
So take me through this. What makeup? Is it foundation? Is it basic makeup? Is this foundation? What is happening? Take us through this.
So you first have to put a base so that it prevents like the skin from the paint. It's actually it's actually face paint. So you put this and then you powder it first. So yeah, different colors, different shades. So we decided to use black today, and then adding a little bit of glitter to bring life. And then we use highlight for just bringing out the shine. Yeah, the shine. Yeah.
And what about this tribal lines that you have managed to create?
That's also paint. Yeah. So and then a little bit of highlight with oil to create the gold. Yeah, that's basically it.
And how long generally does this process take? And this is just her face, because body art entails you can do makeup anywhere on anyone's body. So this, for example, how long would this generally take you?
Just the face, 30-40 minutes. Yeah, but then the whole, because you see you have to be very precise. So it takes 30-40 minutes, but then if it's the whole body, maybe an hour or so. Yeah, because it takes time, and then you have to be ready.
What's the longest you've ever done? The longest body work or body art that you've done and you were like, wow, that's taking long?
I think this one we did, it was full body art.
From head to toe?
From head to toe, and it was patterns, different patterns. So that took almost 2-3 hours. 2-3 hours. It was a lot of work because it was very small patterns, different patterns. Yeah, that made me win a competition.
Oh, so it was during a competition.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can see that you enjoy what you do, that you play around a lot with it and you enjoy it. Why this sort of makeup? Why not normal makeup? Why did you decide to go specifically and do body art and specify, to be more specific with that?
So I do all, but then, yeah, I'm an all-rounded makeup artist. I do bridal, everything, but then this is different. Not everyone is like a fine artist. Not everyone can do this. So yeah, so that's why we decided to go out of the way.
So what do you have? What is this, and what are you gonna do next?
Yeah, so I want to make I want to create that shine so that be more precise.
So what is supposed to make her shine more?
Yeah, it's supposed to bring out the collarbone. So you see the way models, yeah.
So I can tell your work entails so much details, right? What else do you love about this work? To be specific, what else do you like about body art compared to perhaps any other makeup that you do?
Yeah, the fact that you are able to like use your talent. I'm an artist, so this is like canvas. Like this is my canvas. So the fact that I'm able to, I have freedom to do whatever. Yeah, and be creative. Like nobody has like will tell you no, don't do this. You have freedom. So that's mainly what like makes me like this.
So I may just throw it out there, hey, what do you think? And then they'll be like, hey, I like this idea. Maybe we can do this and this and this to just enhance it to be good. And then now we start talking about the background theme of what we are thinking. Yeah, so also you have to be very intertwined, and also you have to be in the same space of mind for you to be able to work with these kinds of people. Because sometimes you have a vision, but someone doesn't see that vision. So you have to work with someone who sees your vision. And probably like today, I think Mukaira is a good example. She saw my vision. We created the mood board together. We created the idea together.
A mood board.
A mood board.
Mood board.
Yes.
Tell our audience what a mood board is.
So basically, a mood board is an idea palette where we just get ideas of what we want to do, especially like, for example, like Afrofuturism. So maybe we got the patterns from somewhere else, maybe we got the color paint from somewhere else, and then we start adding those things up to create something that is, you know, out of this world. Something that
sounds like a very important step.
It is. It's what sets everything else.
So after you create the mood board, that's what we call it.
Yes.
Then what?
So after you create the mood board, we discuss on what logistics we need to do. We need to get models, what kind of models, if it's light skin, if it's dark skin, if long face, fat face, small face, big eyes, small eyes, those kinds of nitty-gritties. And then if it's styling, what kind of hair, what kind of, it's a whole long process, yeah. So after you're done with all those processes, is now when you decide when the shoot date is. So you settle on either today or tomorrow at a very convenient point for most of the people that you're working with.
So before we see your images on Instagram, it's an entire process that has taken.
Yes.
That has happened behind the scenes.
Yes.
It's not just a one day.
It's not a one-day thing, because if you have to source for all those things, if you're gonna do them for a day and shoot in that particular day, then you're a hero.
All right.
Yeah.
So apart from just the frustration of perhaps will the makeup artist see the same vision, will the model see the same vision, what else is the downside of your job?
So in terms of these particular kinds of arts, getting accessories is very difficult, especially in the African setting. So we always have to do a lot of custom work, a lot of that kind of stuff. And also the budgets are very, very steep when you look at vis-a-vis what maybe you might be making out of what you're doing. So you really have to chip in your pocket and say, look, I want to get this thing done. This is my vision, it's my passion. So let me fund my passion to be able to give something that is good outside there.
I like that. Let me fund my passion. I like that.
Yes, I think you have to fund your passion, because if you don't fund it, how you're gonna make art?
How long have you been a photographer for?
6 years.
6 years.
Yes.
And why did you decide perhaps this is the line, the specific line you wanted?
I think as you grow, as you do things, you discover there are particular things that you're inclined to. So I found I was inclined to a lot of beauty, body art, and I like this kind of work because you can also use it for commercial purposes. You know, when you think about it and then you tell it to maybe a specific brand and then just channel it out, it will be something very, very beautiful.
And speaking of commercial purposes, just demystify that for us, because you're a young person, your model is young, your makeup artist is a young person. This is a field that is really dominated by young people, and it pays. It puts food on the table.
Yeah, well, pay is relative.
Pay is relative.
Pay is relative. Yes. I think we are a very young industry. That's what I'll call it. Less than 20 years, maybe. That's a very young industry. And so there are systems that are being put in place. And for the systems to be in place, young people like us have to take the initiative and the steps for us to be able to make this industry a very stable industry. Okay. Yes. All
right, I hear you. So this is where you normally come to after you're done with the photo shoot.
Yes.
And you edit from here.
So this is basically a capture software. It's called Capture One. I hope they pay me for that marketing. So we use it to capture live so that I can be able to see specifically what lighting or what color or what specific skin tone that I want for that specific person. So after that is when now we start doing, let's say for example, you can see there's a spot here, you can see there's some blemishes over here. So we start cleaning on those kinds of things.
I didn't even see that. I was going to tell you, this is such a perfect picture. I didn't even see anything wrong with it. It doesn't even need to be edited.
Imagine if you blew this up on a billboard. you'd see.
What, the pimple right here?
Yes, you'd see them.
Are you serious?
Because when you print, you see photographs normally exaggerate things, especially when they're blown up. The smallest of pimple that you might see by the naked eye, when you print it, then you'll be able to see, okay, there's some cleaning needed to be done over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So generally, how long does the cleaning process?
So it depends. For me, averagely, I take 3 hours.
On one photo?
On one photo. At least to get the perfect, decent picture. You see, like, you have to look at stuff like this. You have to look at how the paint is not correct. You have to align it. You have to look at, there's some small little things that you need to look at and just make the image a whole lot better than it was when you shot it. It's as good as it is, but just take it to the next level. Just take it to the next level.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you, agree.
Yeah.
So I can tell you really like your job.
Yes.
It's fantastic, it's fun.
Thank you.
And there's a lot of work that goes behind the scene before you see a perfect picture on Instagram.
Yes.
What's your favorite part of being a photographer who specifically deals with bodywork?
So my favorite part is actually the first process of collecting those ideas and just seeing that vision, and then the first process and the last process, because I normally like comparing the first process and the last process. Like, I'm like, oh, I spent all this time just for this one image. Is it worth it? And if my heart feels it's worth it, then I am happy. Because sometimes that one image might speak to a lot of people. Whatever you see in this image, you might see Afrofuturism. Someone might see, wow, okay, those are pulse rate. Maybe this guy is talking about life, you know, we need to value life. Someone else might think, wow, this woman is bold, you know. And that satisfaction of getting people to just have their own interpretation of what is happening, that is just the killer for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
All right. So I can see they're almost done over there.
Yeah.
I want us to head over there so we can see the final product before we wrap it up. Right. So I can see you're almost done. You've done so much since we left you.
Yeah.
What else have you added? What have you done?
So when I started, I just did roughly, but then now I've cleaned up. Now they look like proper squares. So that's how you do it. That's how you create the street. You see the way they do. But then he will agree. Go ahead and make it like super straight, so that it looks editorial. Yeah, so that it becomes an editorial look. So yeah, I think basically I'm done. Let the lashes dry. Yeah, close.
The lashes have to dry?
Yeah, they have to dry so that close it. Yes, so that when he takes pictures now, everything looks seamless and nice.
So what's your advice to anyone who really wants to do this, who's curious and wants to get into this industry?
Yeah, I think passion, because passion is actually what drove me here, because I was passionate about it. I wanted to learn more. Every day I keep asking questions. You just find me when people are doing makeup art, you'll just find me there just watching. So I think just learn by asking questions, and then passion. I think passion, you don't actually need to be talented to do this. Well, talent is an added advantage, but then just passion. Yeah.
Just passion.
Yeah.
All right, let me get Agri. Agri, could you join us here? I want to get into this industry and more so your line of work, body art.
So my advice is just keep on working on it. Take that leap of faith, because most parents will be like, no, I want you to be a doctor, I want you to be an engineer. But in the world of today, I think art is paying a lot more than people are expecting. So if your kid, or if that person is very gifted in it and has an eye for taking good pictures, then he should pursue it. Look for mentors. If they can be able to reach out to guys like us, then I think it's a learning process for everybody. The more we teach, the more we learn. If I stay with this knowledge here, then there's no use of me having that God-given ability that I can be able to share with the rest of the world. Yeah, so my advice is to the young guys, just make sure they continue shooting. And when they get to the business of photography, they ask. Let them not have an ego not to ask, because I realize a lot of people have egos in this industry and they don't want to ask, so they'll be stagnated there for a long time. But if you ask, you will learn more. If you get mentors, you will learn more.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Abby.
You're welcome.
And you, our viewers, have had a chance, a snippet into what body art is really all about. And this was just a general overview. As you had, she has had to do like makeup for 2 to 3 hours with just a full body. But this has just given us a glimpse into their world. You're watching Daybreak on Citizen TV.